Tweets, one from Big Land Man, who says, I vote for the party if the majority of their candidates are good for the voters and not just standing up for their leader. Then on Friday, I interviewed Business Post editor and publisher Craig Westcott. He has some strong views on some of the leadership candidates, but Jennifer McCreath tweeted, was that the same Westcott who ran for the provincial Conservatives and then jumped ship? Why does his opinion matter? Anyway, lots of opinions out there, and his was just another one. And
that's how Meeker would say, stop it right there. This is Jennifer McCreath. Today is February 4th, 2014. That was a tape of a segment of Radio Noon CBC talk show from yesterday, in which host John Furlong was doing a story, I guess two stories. One was on Friday and one was on Monday about who might make the next provincial progressive conservative leader. And I initially tweeted in back on Friday, the 31st of January, in reaction to an interview by Craig Westcott, who had some interesting opinions about who he thought would be, I guess, what he thought about the various potential candidates out there. Without the context of the background, that came across rather harsh. Sorry, Mr. Westcott. That was not my intention. I'm not taking a shot at you. I guess what I'm trying to say is that a lot of failed political candidates, even in defeat, see a lot of opportunities and new doors open. They gain a lot of credibility and respect just for running in elections. And Mr. Westcott ran as a Conservative and lost, and at some point I think he left the party. And now all of a sudden he's being brought in to critique that party. So what, I guess, is my comment. Why not me? Why not Jeff McCreath? I ran in an election and I lost. Nobody seems to care about my opinions. I guess there's just frustration that out of all the politicians that have lost elections lately around here, it seems to be I'm the one that's getting the fewest doors open. And it's like all the hard work I did, all the ideas and innovative concepts and policies that I brought to the table are still overlooked. Anyways, I want to go back to the tape because, amazingly enough, I was quoted again twice in this radio show commenting. And thanks, John Furlong, one of the few journalists out there that does take me seriously as a human being. And so let's go back to the tape here. I'm going to fast forward it to, I think, about 7 minutes later in the show. If I can find the exact, right around there somewhere, actually.
Politics today on Radio Noon Crosstalk. Got a couple of tweets from Jennifer McCreath, who says, first of all, I'd love a system that makes it easier for independent candidates. Party politics often muzzle great ideas and make people look stupid. And then she adds, sex, gender stereotypes make it tougher for women to be taken seriously as candidates. Nobody knows that better than me. And
yeah, it was kind of an interesting, usually there's a fine-tuned specific topic. John's show was kind of all over the map, and it was exciting for me to kind of throw my ideas at the program. I honestly think, I guess this particular topic with party politics looks, I guess, at the fact that we had a Conservative member, Paul Lane, and two new Democratic members, Dale Kirby and Chris Mitchellmore, leave their respective parties, and both eventually joined the Liberals. And they did so for reasons that they felt were in the best interests, perhaps, of themselves and hopefully of their constituents. Let's go back over here, get a little more light. Yeah. Party politics, you got to tout the party line, and sometimes it's tough to do that when you don't believe in it. And I guess it calls into question how loyal people are to the party. They'll do anything for the party, even if they don't agree with it. Is that really best? If I'm representing people, I want to represent the people. And if my party's doing something that I don't agree with, then I'm going to speak out. I think that's why it's tough for me. I don't align myself with any parties right now. I had a stint as an NDP card-holding member back in 2011, but that didn't seem to work out. I wasn't completely pleased, again, with everything I saw. Some things were great, some things were not. Someone like myself might love to get back into politics and run as a candidate again, but to be honest, none of the three parties really pique me right now. I can't see myself representing any of them. At the same time, how many more other people are out there like me, thinking I've got a lot of great ideas, a lot of things I could bring to the table, but the odds of getting elected as an independent in a provincial election, practically nil. If you're not backed by a party, you're probably not going to have a hope in hell. Doesn't mean some people, some people still run, but you look at the history, the numbers aren't there. Yeah, sex and gender came up time and as it seems to do. My pet peeve has been, I guess there's a prototype of what a politician's supposed to look like. Background, most of them seem to be lawyers or business owners. Mostly are men, most of them are older. So what happens if someone else comes up to the plate? Equally as interesting background and experience and ideas. Throw someone like myself, a woman, a transgendered marathon runner who's now an overweight person. I bring a lot of different hats to the table, including this one. Does that cost me? If I didn't have all those minority traits, would I have a better chance to be taken seriously? Would a party jump to have me on their team? Look at the candidates that ran in the last election. I'm not going to call anyone out in particular, but I'm going to look at some of these parties were desperate to find candidates, and they took just about anybody they could find at the last minute just so they could say that they put a bum in the seat, shall we say. The NDP, there's an example. They had several people living in St. John's running in ridings that they probably did never live in and maybe never even been there. They lost badly. Still, yeah, nobody's knocking on my door. I'll put that out there. Not that I'm knocking on theirs, but it's disappointing because I know I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people with a lot of great ideas. They're fed up with what they see in government right now. They don't have any faith and trust in any of the three big parties. They'd love to somehow get involved and put their foot forward, but there's just no avenue for them to do that. Again, I don't have all the solutions here. I'm just frustrated and I'm venting, and I just wish there were ways that people, bright ideas, could get to the table and gain respect and credibility. I don't know. Maybe I'll create a fourth political party. How about that? Anyone wanna get together and chat about that? Let's. Yeah. Anyways, I'll stop venting. Jennifer McCreath. Very excited that John Furlong read 3 of my tweets on his show yesterday. CBC Radio Noon and CBC Morning Show here in St. John's seem to be the only 2 media entities that take me seriously no matter what I have to say. And I thank them for that. Anyways, Jennifer McCreath, thanks for watching, everyone. Have a nice day.